Game I really want to talk about is them Ohio State Buckeyes putting the smack down. Stone Cold Steve Austin stunner, the rock bottom. They put the smack down on them Oregon Ducks. They put the Monday Night Raw and the Friday Night SmackDown, the SummerSlam on them boys. The WrestleMania, like, it was bad. It was 24-0 at one point. 24-0. Ohio State fans, it's been a good day. It's been a very good day. What is going on, guys? Welcome to another YouTube video. Today, I'm going to be talking about the amazing college playoff games we had today. Okay, I did not expect to be doing content on the college football playoff. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be totally honest. But these games were fantastic. The two games we're going to be talking about today is specifically Arizona State and Texas, and then the next game, my Ohio State Buckeyes, you know, putting smacking Oregon today. Okay, but first, the first game we're going to be talking about specifically is the first game at 1 o'clock, which is Texas versus Arizona State. I have to be honest, I didn't watch the game till the fourth quarter with 12 minutes to go. Sorry, I was editing a video that I actually did film yesterday. If you have not yet, please click off. Well, don't click off the video. Watch the rest of the video. But go check that last video out about the future of my channel in 2025. I looked at my phone right fast. I was like, okay, this game's got 12 minutes left. It was 17-9. Okay, fine. Pull it up. Quentin Ewers throws a touchdown. It's 24-8. I was like, okay, the game's over with. This man, whatever his name is, Cam Skattebo, bro's a beast, okay? They were lining him up at running back. They were lining him up at wide receiver. Bro was cooking. It was 8-24. There was 6 minutes left in the game. They ran this fake play with Cam Skattebo. Faked it. It was 4th and 2. It was a 40-yard trick play. Touchdown. Got a 2-point conversion. 16-24. Then Quentin Ewers' comebacks on offense. Throws a pick down the field. So I think Arizona State got the ball on their own 30-ish yard line. So then Cam, I don't even know how to say his name, Skattebo, lines up at wide receiver, mosses the DB, gets an extra 15 yards too because he had a pass interference, which is college football officials for that game. I believe they were trying their hardest for Arizona State to come back because I don't know how that was defensive pass interference on Cam Skattebo, but that's neither here nor there. He also got a face mask penalty, and that was an extra 15 yards added on to that. So now they're in the red zone. And then they go on. They ended up scoring a touchdown and scored a 2-point conversion and went to overtime where eventually they thought out. They got the ball first in overtime, Arizona State. They scored a touchdown. Texas clutched up, and Quentin Ewers on 4th down in overtime throws a touchdown pass in the end zone to send it to second overtime. Then somehow the camera cut it and didn't show the play, but Texas ended up scoring a touchdown on the very first play of second overtime, and it stalled out. Arizona State did not score on 4th down, and they lost the ball game in second overtime. It was a great game. Shout out to Cam Skattebo. I keep wanting to call this guy Brian Skattebo. I don't know why. But Cam Skattebo, he's a unit. I mean, the guy's a beast. He is arguably a top 3 prospect. Should be in the draft this year at running back. Him, Ashton Jeanty, Quinyon Judkins, Amarion Hampton, the kid from Kansas. All of these guys should be top running backs that should be in a discussion for getting drafted this season. It was going to be a bad day for Steve Sarkisian if Texas lost this ball game. They had a disappointing season last year. They were loaded. They had some guys. Adion Mitchell, the final play of the game, didn't end up. I think they were playing Bama. I want to say. I think they were playing Alabama. Or was it No, it was Washington. They were playing Washington. They ended up losing in the final play of the game, trying to throw it up Adion Mitchell, and he didn't catch it. So they actually lost in the college football playoff last year. But this year, with this team that they have this year, it would have been a bad day if Steve Sarkisian did not win this ball game. It was going to be bad. It was going to be bad. It was going to look bad for the SEC. And more importantly, it was going to look bad on that program. If they wouldn't have beat the 12th ranked Arizona State, who a lot of people were saying shouldn't even deserve to be in a playoff, which I need to specify right now. Shout out to Boise State and Arizona State. I have been giving them crap and I have been giving the committee crap because I've been arguing with the committee. The top 12 teams should be in the playoff. I don't believe that just because you win your conference championship, you should be in the college football playoff. That should still be a thing next season. Okay, I want the 12 best teams in the playoff. NCAA president, you better be watching this because it's y'all make me mad. I want the top 12 teams in the playoff, but that's neither here nor there. But shout out to them guys. They've been getting slack on social media by so many analysts about them being in the playoff. Specifically Arizona State, they put on a clinic for us. They were getting shellacked at first, but in the final 6 minutes of the game, with the help of the referees a little bit, they came back, showed their resilience. Cam Skattebo put the team on his back. He said, guys, got the team together. He rode on that horse. He said, I'm going to carry y'all to victory. And he done that for the most part. He gave him a chance to win. I mean, that's all you can ask. Arizona State, I don't know how they didn't stop him on that 4th down in overtime, but that's neither here nor there. That's getting all the way off the topic. Shout out to Cam Skattebo. He really increased his draft stock this game and showed a lot of NFL prospects on what he could potentially do in the NFL. Nick Saban already said he's a big fan of him. Shout out to him. It was great product for the college football committee. And shout out to the quarterback, man. He called out Quentin Ewers. I don't remember the quarterback's name. He talked jump about Quentin Ewers. He said that he's going to show him what... Hey, he showed up and played a good game. Give the kid some credit. He picked up some big first downs, specifically the one when it was near the... I think it was overtime. It might have been overtime or in the 4th quarter. He got like a 17-yard run. Kid was clutch all game, made some big plays. Shout out to him. He played good. He put his money where his mouth is for the most part. And he showed up against a good team. That's a really good team. If Georgia didn't win and it wasn't seeded based off, they would have been a top 3 seed easily. Texas was a top 3 seed. So shout out to Arizona State, man. Texas, you cannot perform like that against Ohio State. We're about to talk about them in a few, but you got to get your game together. Okay? Defensively, you got to get it together. There's no reason why you almost choked that game away. Offensively, Quentin Ewers, you got to take care of the football. But that's all I got to say about that. Now, the game I really want to talk about is them Ohio State Buckeyes putting the smack down. Stone Cold Steve Austin Stunner, the Rock Bottom, the John Cena, whatever it's called, the AA, whatever his finishing move is called. They put the smack down on them Oregon Ducks. Instead of Monday night, they put the Monday night Raw and the Friday night SmackDown, the SummerSlam on them boys. The WrestleMania, like, it was bad. It was 24-0 at one point. 24-0. 24-0. Shout out to the Ohio State Buckeyes. We all, me included, has been giving Ryan Day crap ever since he lost to Michigan. Now, I don't understand. He's got one of the best records you can ask for as a college football coach. But his record against Michigan, he is 0-4 against Michigan. I don't understand why. Don't ask me. He was 13-point favorites at home this year against Michigan, and he dropped the ball. And I was the one that was calling him. If he does not do well in this college football playoff, he deserves to be fired. But them boys showed up to play for him today now. 2 weeks ago against Tennessee, they played pretty well. At home, they showed up, they handled their business. But this is the game we were all looking at. Oregon was the number 1 ranked team. And we were like, hey, what are you going to do against Oregon? Because, I mean, you lost them in a close battle in the regular season. But boy, oh boy, did them Buckeyes came to play today. I think they heard the noise about Ryan Day. I think they're playing for their coach. I really do. Specifically, Mr. Jeremiah Smith. Looking like in the second coming of Megatron in this game. That kid... I already posted it on Twitter and Facebook. He is going to be the number 1 wide receiver took in the 2027 NFL draft. He ain't going to go for a 4th season. He ain't hitting the track. He's a Ohio State Buckeye for the next 3 years. And if they win a national championship this year, he is going to be the main reason why. That kid is special. He's a 5-star true freshman wide receiver. He was special today. This man had 7 catches for 187 yards. Every time I was writing down my notes for this video on the screen, I looked up at the screen. Jeremiah Smith was scoring a touchdown. Jeremiah Smith was sensational today. The running backs, the O-line, gashing Oregon's defense in the first half. Gashing them. Will Howard, putting the ball on the money, kid. Will Howard was putting that ball on the money. He was dropping dimes all game. Chip Kelly offensively play calling was putting on a clinic. That one run in the first half where Trayvon Henderson ran on the outside and he had Tate running. He had Tate running to the left and Trayvon Henderson was running to the right. So Tate was that was a beautiful play call where Trayvon Henderson hit his head on the goalpost for like a 60-yard run. Chip Kelly was in his bag today. I mean, with it was an all-around offensive clinic. Will Howard, Jeremiah Smith, the running backs, O-line. It was just perfect. It was perfect. And on Oregon's side of things, it was just bad. Defensively, they were getting gashed by the run. They could not cover Jeremiah Smith. On their offensive side of football, Dylan Gabriel just did not look comfortable in the pocket. Jake Sawyer and the boys were getting at him on that D-line. Oregon's offensive line looked like they had no shot. Dylan Gabriel was missing a lot of easy throws. He was lofting the ball a lot. I think if he goes to the draft this year, I haven't really watched Dylan Gabriel a lot, but he doesn't really have a strong arm specifically for intermediate throws. Like, I think he has a strong arm, like lengthwise, but he does not have a lot of power up under his throw. There's no really zip. He's got arm strength, but he don't have arm power. The difference between power and strength, power means you're getting some zip, some speed on that thing. Strength is just basically how strong and how much you know. He don't have no zip on his football. He was 29 for 41, 299 yards, averaged 7.3 yards of pass. He threw 2 touchdowns. He basically started looking better once the game was over. He got late in the second half, he got the touchdown, led him down for a touchdown drive, got a 2-point conversion. And then in the second half, he went back-to-back scoring drives. But other than that, Dylan Gabriel, the offense was anemic. It was 2 different ball games from earlier in the season to this game. Ohio State. Shout out to Ohio State. I mean, it was a neutral site, but there was a lot of red in that stadium for Rose Bowl. I'm shocked because Ohio State is an East Coast team. Oregon is on the West Coast, and it was in California, so I thought Oregon fans would have traveled. But Ohio State's got a big fan base, and they showed up defensively. Ohio State was great. Caleb Downs, the D-line, just sensational. Even number 1, Iganominy, he's bad for getting PI, defensive pass interferences all year. He was great too. Just an all-around clinic for the Ohio State Buckeyes. I'm not even going to worry about really the second half. It was more of the first half, so we're not even going to talk about that. But this is the team that could win the national championship. Dan Orlowski, Shannon Sharp gave Dan Orlowski slack on it when he had his list on Tuesday or Monday. Dan Orlowski had Ohio State as the number 1 threat to win the college football playoff championship. This team here can win the national championship. This team's unbeatable. Nobody's beating this team. I called it this season. I said Ohio State had the best team. I just felt like they got all the NIL. They got $20 million worth of NIL on that team right now. They got Caleb Downs. They got the Jeremiah Smiths. I knew Jeremiah Smith was going to be a stud. Trayvon Henderson, Quinyon Judkins, that running back duo is amazing. O-line's great. It's basically, my only question was quarterback, but Will Howard has showed up to play. Will Howard today was 17 for 26, 319 yards, 3 touchdowns. QBR 97. Hey, Will Howard's balling. He's going to have the ball in order for him to be good. You already know we got Egbuka, however you say his name. He's obviously fixing to go to the NFL draft this year. We got a good team. Them boys was out there hunting all day. This team can win a national championship. So they are going to play Texas coming up. And let me tell you right now, if Texas plays tonight, if they play tonight like they play tonight against Ohio State, it's going to be a bloodbath. Ohio State, they don't need to get complacent. You want to take this energy, carry it over in the next game. There's no Ohio State. They don't ride high on this win. It's a good win. You beat the number 1 team in college football that has not lost a game all season. But don't come out flat next week. I think they play on the 10th, if I'm not mistaken. That's in a week and 3 days. That's probably going to be like I think that might be next weekend. They play next weekend. Do not take Texas lightly. I know they look flat, they look stagnant, but Texas is going to be ready to play. Sarkisian's going to have them boys ready to play. Ryan Day, get them boys ready to play. Don't have them flat. I want you to do the same preparation you did for this game, and I want you to apply that to playing Texas. I do have a little bit of beef with the college football committee, but I'm going to save that to the end of the college football playoff. I'm not going to just go ahead and make it. It's too late to make a whole video about it. I got my own beef with them. But I'm gonna save that, be looking for that for another video. That is all I really got to say. Overall, I got hats off to the committee. They gave us some great games today. It was amazing. I mean, the second game wasn't competitive with Ohio State, but I'm an Ohio State guy, so obviously I enjoyed that shellacking, and I know a lot of Ohio State fans did. The Sugar Bowl got canceled and got postponed to tomorrow because of the events that happened in New Orleans today with a terrorist attack. Prayers to all those that are involved in that accident. Hope you're doing well, and hope you're praying for your families. But obviously, the Sugar Bowl is getting played tomorrow, so that is a big game. Got Georgia versus Notre Dame. I will be watching that game, and I will probably be covering it because I like watching Notre Dame and Georgia. Be on the lookout for that video. But overall, if you watched to the end of this video, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my video, do not forget to hit that like button on the video. Comment down below, what did you think of the games today? Did you think the college football playoff did a good job setting up these matchups? Do you think Texas is good enough to beat the Ohio State that went on the field and played today? Let me know that down below in the comments. Do you think Ohio State can win the national championship this year with Ryan Day? And hopefully Ryan Day can get that monkey off his back of everybody saying he should be fired. Let me know that down below in the comments. If you enjoy my reaction to the games, and if you enjoy my analysis, and of course, if you enjoyed yours truly, be sure to click that subscribe button and tap that notification bell to get notified when all my videos go live. Click the link in the description to get all my other sports related videos. And if you are interested in any pop culture, if you're interested in any DC comics, Marvel comics, I have plenty of reactions and stuff on that. Check those playlists down below in the description as well. And as always, I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya.